like all the Avengers trying to lift Thor's hammer. Like it was a serious movie, with the exception.
Oh God, sorry. Is she with you?
I
thought she was with you.
I actually thought that worked way better in the movie than in the trailer.
I didn't.
Yeah, I actually thought that was alright.
I didn't, mainly because at that point I feel like at that point Bruce already knew that she was a meta-human.
Yes,
and so it makes no sense. And like it just still was the cheesiest part.
It was a little,
movie.
yeah, that's true. But there
they could have just not.
It wasn't as bad as the reason that Batman and Superman in the titular fight stopped fighting because he was like, Martha.
Yeah, actually, it was also something I'd never thought of before, but like their mums are the same name. I had
the same thing, and I was like, wait, no, that's definitely their name.
Because they showed like the gravestone of Martha Wayne.
Maybe too much. I think
but I think they had to show it because I knew Superman's mum was Martha, and then I saw that, and it still didn't click.
Yeah,
and then he was like Martha, and I was like,
how do you know
why
that
is he
name?
saying Bruce's mum's name? And then I was like, wait a minute,
Martha Kent. Yeah.
Wait, whose mum is this? And then it kind of came up to be that
was pretty solid actually. Maybe just the delivery was a little.
No,
bit...
it was, and also the way like Batman was just kind of melting. Why are you saying this? Why are you saying this?
I guess like that's his trigger.
Yeah,
that's the thing that gets to it.
That's true. That's true.
We should talk about the action because that was some pretty outrageous shit.
Straight
off the bat.
Before we get into the action, do you or do you not agree that they didn't need Doomsday? And in my head, it was just like,
no, I don't agree.
It was just too much in the end.
Which brings me to my biggest problem with this movie. I think Doomsday would have been 100% fine if they didn't show him in the trailers. If I didn't know
that was like
coming,
the twist. See, because I'm almost thinking like
they ruined everything in the trailer.
There was just so much going on in this movie, and if they just took like Doomsday out and made it literally like a Batman versus Superman movie, and then Lex is doing some sus shit to get Superman that doesn't involve creating Doomsday.
I think
it just seemed like it was all just a bit much, and
it is Zack Snyder, right?
It is Zack Snyder. Yes.
I get confused because Scott Snyder writes Batman at the moment.
No,
actually,
Zack Snyder is
he
the
just
director.
got done. I lost my train of thought.
So yeah, it would have been. I just think Doomsday could have almost just been like hinted at for like the next one, or
well, that's what they did. They hinted at the big bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It just it was like all of a sudden he was like Doomsday, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
what's going on? This movie's still going. This is how I know that I wasn't like super into it, is because I kept checking the time.
Yeah, like wow, it's. Still
I was
going.
like,
you didn't know it went for that long?
I was like, I thought 2 hours, and then when it was pushing like 2.5, I was like,
whoa,
you gotta
chill it out.
Chill.
We should talk about
with the first 40 minutes being so messed up pacing wise.
See, I completely disagree. I was completely locked in.
I was just waiting for something to happen. I was like, what is...
I think it was all happening. It was all the payoff.
No,
all the setup, sorry.
The setup went for too long and was too all over the shop.
But give me specifics. What do you mean? Like,
you're jumping around between 4 characters constantly. It's the same problem I had with Superman's movie. Is it's like present, past, present, past, present, past. Whereas this is like Bruce's dream, Bruce's reality, Superman, Lois, Superman, Lex, Bruce, Bruce's dream again. It was just...
There was a bit going on.
Too much happening.
See,
and not anything really happening.
I didn't have any problem following it. And I thought like all this
I didn't have a problem following it. I just felt like there was just so much happening without anything of real substance happening for too long.
I think you're discounting all the building though, like, because that was where they kind of set up Lex as like who he was, like who, like, you know, his
I'm not saying like the things that were in there weren't somewhat crucial, but I feel like they were trying to put 2 to 3 movies in one, and so a setup that in real life should take 20 minutes was taking 45.
All you had to do was look at the title of this movie to know it wasn't really going to be about Batman fighting Superman. Like,
I get it. I knew it from the first trailer. It wasn't going to be Batman fighting Superman, but like, I just too much. And Zack Snyder, I could feel the weight building on his shoulders as I was watching it. Like he was, was losing track of what he was doing, I think.
We should give a quick shout out to Sad Affleck. If you haven't Googled
Poor dude.
Sad Affleck.
I think, although, like, it's funny, though, because Sad Affleck's been such a thing, but he was the best character in the movie. Best Batman. Like, he was really good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like his take in a lot of ways more than Christian Bale.
Me too. I also, like...
Batman's not funny. Batman's not a funny man. There's never a moment where, I
don't remember Christian Bale making me laugh.
Oh, are you kidding?
When?
Are you kidding me, Alfred? If they take us in, I'm telling you them it was all your idea.
No, but that's not... Batman's still not a funny character when Christian Bale does it, you know?
He's got too many moments of, like, little laughy bits. There's too many little crowd-pleasing moments. I don't think...
I'm not recalling these bits as funny at all, actually.
There's a lot of them. Or, like, when they're trying to assassinate that dude in The Dark Knight, and he, like, guns his Lamborghini to, like, stop it. And they're like, do you know who you just saved? And he's like, I was just trying to make the red light.
That's not actually a joke. You realize?
It sort of was, but they played it to be funny. Like, he was like a bumbling...
All right, we can agree to disagree on that one. Yeah. Because I don't remember laughing at anything in Christopher Nolan's Batmans.
I like the Batman where he can't... To Batman, Bruce Wayne is the mask. Like, all he is that crusade. He never stops thinking about that.
I just like that he actually was somewhat of a detective in this.
Yeah, he did a bit.
He actually was like, had files on people that you looked at and stuff, as opposed to just Christian Bale just
turning up.
Being there somehow.
I do want to talk about the action.
I also, we'll get there. But while we're talking about Bruce Wayne, I think... Giving it time, I'm more alright with it, but it was jarring to have, like, a 55-year-old spunky Alfred.
See, yeah, but there's been so many takes on him. You're used to the
that's what I mean.
one.
This is what I mean. It's the same with Lex. Like, I'm going in with these, like, preconceived notions of, like, what Lex Luthor should be or what Alfred should be.
And, like, this Batman kills people.
That was
straight
heavy.
up. Like, this is not the world.
What was with the him in, like, a trench coat thing?
That was in the Vision when he...
That was part of the dream as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't a dream. I think it was like a proper... My take on it was... That's why I think
the nightmare we're talking.
Yeah, I think there's a lot... That's why I think this movie's a bit deeper than everyone's giving it credit, because there's a lot of setup here. I think that's what we're getting. That's the Vision. This is what the Justice League's coming together to fight. This will be when Darkseid comes. That's the guy that Lex is talking about at the end when he's like, he's noticed us, he's coming.
That's the ding 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 bit? Yeah. Oh my god!
So that's what they're building for.
Lex was good. Like, I liked him in the beginning. I liked when he did his speech, and you could tell he was kind of a bit unhinged.
Yeah.
And then it started just devolving into like, you're just too much, man.
Yeah, he was like
never go full schizo.
He was like the Joker, but light.
But he's Lex Luthor, who, like, I don't know. I was always. Again, it's the same thing. I'm going in expecting, like, a really refined but smart and conniving
That's what
dude.
Lex normally is.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to. I do like that they shaved his head at the end.
Yeah, that was a good nod.
Because it pissed me off. I was like, why do you have so much hair?
I knew it was coming. I thought it would be something else, though. I
thought he would lose it. I thought it was going to be, like, some reaction with kryptonite or something and lose all his hair.
I think in the comics it is there's a reason why he doesn't have hair.
But let's talk about the action.
Yeah, holy shit. They make Batman so hectic.
Oh man, him just popping shots at people.
Just the initial one where the cops find that human trafficking thing and they're like saying, he's still here. And they go into that room and he's just in the fucking corner and just... The way he moves out of that room.
I thought it was actually... I almost laughed when... you first see him and he's hiding in a corner, like stuck on a wall. I was actually laughing, and then he moves a little too quickly for my liking.
It's pretty wild.
I was like, "You're not Spider-Man. You're moving too quick. You just dodged bullets."
Which is surprising. For the rest of the movie, he's a much more bulky, armored Batman than anything we've seen.
That was one thing I noticed. I was like, "You moved too quick." Then, like, he shot you, you'd be shot, and you'd be fighting with a.
I think one of my favorite touches is they showed how hectic his armor is. Like, a dude, when he takes on the 24 guys that are holding Martha Kent, at one point, that fight is so fucking hectic. I want to see it again just to see that.
Yeah, no, I was saying, because, like, I saw Late Session, which was a rookie mistake, but also that first 40 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's slow. I'll give you that.
It was
I don't
very
think...
slow. You don't see Batman for an hour.
For me, though, that was just like a simmering boil. Like, I was waiting
But
for
I was,
it.
so I was literally, like, nodding off. And there was, when he first fights Superman in the Batmobile.
That whole bit with the car is so outrageous.
I was honestly half asleep through that. And then
wow.
only, like, woke up towards the end and was like, damn it, I missed, like, one of the best fights.
Oh, man. Like, because that's just how it begins. Like, dude starts shooting at him, and he flips a car, and it lands on a car full of dudes. And I was just like, oh, they're probably dead. Like, there's no real getting around. And then he hooks the tow line to another car, and he's fucking swinging it around with the Batmobile, taking out other cars and shit. I was like, no, you're actually killing people now. Like, and a few of them.
Do you think they're setting up Batman to only have, like, a few movies before a new Batman takes over? Like a young Batman? Because they even talk about how old he is.
There's a lot to this. Like, because, they say...
Because he's been Batman for 10 years, 20 years?
They said. But did you catch all the... Like, if you were more alert, there were a lot of little hints. Like, when they were talking... Like, you see the Robin suit, and it looks like it's been defaced by the Joker. And I think Alfred says to him at one point, like, how many of the old heroes are still the good guys these days?
Which is hinting at...
Yeah, like the whole...
Dick Grayson being the Joker.
That's Jason Todd.
Jason Todd, sorry, not Dick Grayson. Is
Jason...
Dick Grayson the original Robin
yeah.
and he becomes Nightwing? Okay, yes. Yeah,
but we don't know if that's in this.
Sorry, I'm getting my people confused.
Oh, it's fine.
So I actually told you in this episode how bad I am with names.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Covered your bases.
You knew what I meant. But yeah, see...
wait. No. But back to that fight scene.
The 24 people fighting Martha.
We got very...
fighting Martha. You know what I meant.
Yeah, we got very sidetracked. He's dropping dudes. At one point, he takes a knife and stabs a guy. But some guy comes up behind him with a pistol and shoots him point blank in the back of the head. And you see the bullet ricochet off the back of the cowl. I was like, that's what it should be. It's not like a fucking fabric. It's hectic high-tech armor. Like, and he's just rocking... Like, someone stabs him at one point.
I'm also... I forget the name. What was Morgan Freeman's character in...
Lucius Fox.
Lucius Fox. I kind of like... I didn't even mind Alfred being this
More
trendos
like
dude, but then I was like, so there is no Lucius Fox? Or did Lucius Fox, like, die 10 years ago? Like,
he might have. No one knows.
But then how did Alfred become this tech god?
Like, I've read comics where Batman is trained by Alfred. Like, he's an ex-SAS.
See, because I've seen things where, like, I think, like, Alfred makes the suit, but it's, like, a primitive... Like, he's sewing the suit. He's not...
Fucking hell.
He's not reinforcing it with the newest high-tech armor that Wayne Corp has and shit.
I liked Batman's armored suit. I thought that was pretty dope.
Oh, it was pretty pimp.
There was some outright... that whole fight actually was... It did live up to it. It kind of sucks that it was reduced to just a fist fight.
Yeah.
Like, he weakened him and it was just two regular strength dudes.
I also do... I don't know. I liked watching him make his kryptonite weapons.
That was pretty cool. Actually, people were writing it off, but I liked the whole... they were saying it was like CrossFit, but his training like montage.
Oh, okay. The one that I thought was really just odd and funny was him swinging the sledgehammer into the tire.
I thought that'd be... That's like a CrossFit thing.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But like the one where he's dragging the tire and stuff.
You're like fuck.
But just him getting a sledgehammer going, ugh, I was like... Are you meant to be building something? Or I don't know what's happening.
Smashing it.
So I think it's the very first one you see in the montage. I was like, what?
I love how like all grimy it is too. Like it's such a fucking exercise dungeon he's got going on.
But as good as Ben Affleck was as Batman,
I
think Wonder Woman was dope.
Yeah, despite not really getting much time to do much.
No, she didn't. But like just when she was there and like just... The casting of Wonder Woman was really well done.
All her fighting with Doomsday was outrageous.
Yep.
A lot of those, and there were a few awesome shots like in this movie. I like especially loved at the end when Superman was dead, and it was just like them standing,
just with a fucking hole in his chest.
Yeah, that was pretty outrageous. Yeah, and Doomsday, like the whole like launching the nuke at him was pretty fucking gnarly.
And yeah, because he takes him up into the space.
Yeah,
doesn't he? And
I
then
wasn't expecting that at all. That was sick.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I liked, I liked that the humans actually tried to do something. Like they sent the Apaches in and like were trying. I mean, they always kind of do that.
They can't do anything. Yeah, it was okay. Also, actually, can you clear one thing up for me? Who's the guy that Lex is talking to who's like, I'll just give you